Buenas a todos, ¿cómo están? ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? ¿Cómo la llevan? Bueno, esta introducción no es como la mía, o sea, como hago siempre, pero pues acabo de hacer unas cuantas cositas y está. Bueno, vamos a hacer unas cuantas misiones y ya saben. ¿Es por aquí o dónde? Nueva arma, a ver. Sí, nueva arma. ¿Cuánto daño hace? No hace tanto daño. Como dije siempre, o sea, como dije al principio de esta serie, gente, hay que buscar por todos lados, o sea, porque aquí aparecen cosas que ya sabes, o sea, que te pueden ayudar después. Y es lo que estoy haciendo, gente. Bueno, nuestra misión de ahora es ir a la oficina del doctor no sé quién, pero, bueno, el doctor no sé quién, no, sino que se me olvida el nombre, gente.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea. But my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Bueno, pues se oyeron. Vamos a buscar por aquí. A ver qué hay. Parece que por aquí no hay nada. Ah, bueno, esto. Una nota. Más notas. Notas que no leemos, gente, pero recolectamos. Bueno, vamos a hacer misiones. ¿Qué es lo que toca? Aquí. Perfecto. Perfecto. Vámonos. Hay que buscar por todos lados, gente. Aquí está. Lo bueno es que te marca, gente, el mapa de dónde tienes que ir. Y tenemos que ir afuera. Está aquí. Tenemos que entrar por aquí.
I met him in New York once.
If only there were more of us, with less resignation and more determination.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp... The lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Perfecto.
Simpletons, these nurses. Bred with no respect. What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
Please, calm down, madam. I assure you that I am highly qualified. I'm just back from war duty.
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse, or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really? Well, if you have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Perfecto.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Está aquí. Arriba. ¿Dónde está? A ver, dame un segundo. Vamos al mapa, aquí está. Pero... Epa, ¿dónde vas? Están arriba. Oh, no, todas están abajo, deme un segundo. A ver. A ver, no me gusta muy bien, pero dice que hay una por aquí. Pero no sé dónde, gente. Dice que hay una por aquí. Es esta, ¿no? Debe ser esta, gente.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
Ajá,
And I'm
es esta,
Dr.
gente.
Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the strange man visiting one of the nurses during her shift?
Let me guess. You spoke with that old shrew, Harriet Jones. Do not pay attention to her, Doctor. She's full of fanciful tales.
No matter how you feel about her, Miss Jones deserves our help.
Who says I don't care for her? Hate is what keeps that old crone alive.
She could have been telling the truth about the mysterious man.
That old witch will end up in hell soon enough. Who cares if the nurse finds some happiness where she can?
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Hablamos con una, sí, sí. Ah, vamos con la otra. Está a... Está aquí, ¿no? Esperen, gente. Hay algunas veces que el juego como que... no sé. Está aquí. Bueno. Uno de estos dos tiene que ser. A ver. Toma un segundo. A ver, espera que te...
And I thought last summer's epidemic was...
Aquí están dentro además. What the fuck es eso ahí? A ver, dicen que está por aquí. ¿Por dónde? Está. Sí, debe ser esta, gente.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Okay.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Nos queda una que creo que pues sabrá algo. Creo. Realmente no sé dónde la bruja le estará apuntando, gente. Arriba o abajo. What?
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! Shit! You'll pay for that!
Fallé. Fallé. Muerto. Vamos a revisar lo que tiene esta gente, porque necesito unas cositas para tener el arma, gente. Necesito una pistola. Bueno, necesito tener la pistola, gente.
Relax. Don't worry, we're safe. Over there!
Gente, ¿están oyendo lo mismo que yo? Porque o sea, parece que hay un zombie de estos, pero si es que no sé dónde está. Si no es esta, no sé dónde está, gente, la mujer esta, gente. No puedo teletransportarme ahí tampoco. Coño. Teletransportarme. Ay, coño, ahí está. No puedo. Tampoco puedo golpear esto, nada.
Relax. Don't worry, we're safe.
No, ¿cómo bajo?
We're safe.
Es que hay un zombie, gente, pero es que no sé dónde está. Vamos a entrar por aquí. ¿Cómo bajo? Ese es el hospital. Pero es que quiero bajar. Aquí está, gente.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I ought to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals, or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
Bueno, gente, parece que tenemos que matarlo, este tío. Sí, algo así, tenemos que matarlo. Primero vamos a matar a estos zombies, gente. Muertos. Uy, uy, uy. Oh, perdón, gente. Estaba viendo algo, gente. A ver, revisamos por aquí, nada. Uy. Eso suena muy malo. Cuidado por aquí. Nada, nada.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Uy, ah, que sigue vivo. Ah, mira. Compañero, gente. A ver, gente, tenemos un... que nos dieron... Sí, aquí está. 120. Vamos a ver. Uy. Vete. ¿Cómo? A ver. Me dio. Me cago en la... Coño, me la puso difícil, que tampoco sé defenderme, gente. O sea, la opción de defenderte no está aquí, parece. Tenemos que ir por aquí. ¿Qué? Uy, de un batazo. Me gusta, ¿eh? Y parece que con las ratas, gente, te curas. Eso es por lo que veo, gente. ¿No? Ah, no, pues he chupas la sangre nada más. What the fuck? ¿Dónde está? ¡Hola, verga!
What sort of creature is this?
Bla, 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 bla. ¡Me muere! Bla, 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 bla. Ahí está. Ni un golpe, gente. Pero what the fuck?
Here's what's left of him.
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel.
What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Pues tengo que subir arriba, ¿no? Uy, pero este señor... Oh, ok, no. Yo dije, este señor no estaba vivo. Hay que subir para arriba, gente. ¿Para dónde ahora tenemos que subir? ¿Y esto? A ver.
I don't want to die here. I want to see the sky. Feel the fresh air.
Po. Muerto, gente. Vamos, compañero. Tal, coño. Pero bueno. Ah, que tenemos que hablar con él.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
All right, Mr. Thatcher, you're safe now. Do you think you can reach the street by yourself?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
Bueno, pues acabamos de salvar a alguien, gente. Esto es bueno, ¿no? Y tenemos nueva arma que sacamos aquí. Por eso les digo, gente, revisen por todos lados. Salvamos a un chico y tenemos nueva arma que pega mucho. Bueno, que pega muy fuerte, perdón. Estoy viendo agua, gente. Esos sonidos de... pues son del agua, gente. Ahí está. Vamos para allá. No, era por aquí. ¿Está bien? ¿Podemos salir? Sí. Perfecto. A 200 metros tenemos que ir. Dios, pero ¿para dónde está esto, no? El otro lado del puente creo que está. A ver, dame un segundo. Aquí no era. Sí, cruzando el puente, yendo para acá y ahí nos encontramos. Ok. Pues vamos a ver. Vamos por aquí. ¿Cómo? No pasa. Espera, dame un segundo. Que limpiar, recuerden. A ver cuánto nos falta para el arma, gente. Dame un segundo. La pistola. ¿Cuánto nos falta? La puedo crear ya, ¿no? Sí, la puedo crear ya, gente, la pistola. Cuando vayamos al hospital, pues vamos a crear la pistola, gente.
It's locked.
Queda... ¿Por dónde puedo subir? Bueno, creo que tenemos que dar la vuelta entera, ¿o no? Porque aquí veo que no hay nada. Sí, tenemos que dar la vuelta entera, gente, what the fuck. Vamos así. Por aquí. Por aquí mismo, gente. ¿Dónde? Oh, vale. Un poquito de tu sangre. Bla. Vamos lo que tienen y ya pues. No los vi, gente. Lo jurado, no los vi. Sí, aquí. Estos sí los vi, gente. Estos sí los vi, gente. Pa. Hostia. Pa. Vamos. Pa. Uy. Pa. Un poquito de sangre. Uy, ¿qué se lo... Pa. Bueno. Pueden ponernos su presente. Pero estamos por aquí, ¿no? Estamos por aquí.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked.
Ahora, a ver, esperen. Parece que tenemos... Mira, aquí tenemos uno de crafteo, gente, para craftear algo. Entonces, si me voy por aquí, pum, pasas por aquí, después...
Somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Vamos a ver, sí, está por aquí ya. Uy, pasé el trofeo. Me lo pasé, ¿no? O sí, o no. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Ay, ay, ay. Yo me sé el crafteo, gente. ¿Dónde está? 7, 15, 22, 12. Ah, está por aquí, gente. Hostia. Uf. Ya está. Uy, aquí hubo guerra, Guerrilla, guerrilla sí había, Aquí no. Aquí no es. Vamos a ver. Gente. Aquí está. La pistola. Pum. Nivel 12. Pum. Pum. Ok. Quiero ahora. Ahora quiero equipármela, pero no sé cómo, gente. Es lo malo. Ahora vamos aquí, gente, y pues vamos a hacer un update a esto, ¿no, gente? Que queremos hacer un update. Esta la ponemos a nivel 2. La capa también, esta nivel 2. Esta no, pues para el otro. A ver, de ti, marinero, bingo, el cucarama que a ti te fue, no fui yo, fue TT, entonces KT, llegó el PR de. Bien. Pues esto nivel 2. Ya está. Confirmar. Ay, Dios mío. Demos uno, gente. Ya está, gente. Estaba escribiendo algo. Bueno, me estaban escribiendo algo. Bueno, me escribieron y pues contesté para atrás, gente. Vamos a quitar los puntos, gente. Ya queríamos, bueno, ya hicimos lo que queríamos, gente. Y eso lo di por fuera. Aquí no es. Aquí es. Ya, ya, ya fue. Vamos a esperar que cargue. Ahí está. Ya vamos a continuar con la misión. Ah, yo pensaba que eran enemigos, ¿sabes? Ya lo iba a ya yo lo iba a atacar, ¿sabes? Está aquí.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Vale. Vale. Ahora nos dará... No, gente.
Nobody at home. It's locked, all right.
Ay, ay, ay. No podemos sacar a la chica, gente. Es lo malo. Investiga a Darius. Vamos a no sé. Vamos a ver si podemos entrar de alguna que otra manera. A ver.
There's nobody here.
A ver.
It's locked.
Tampoco podemos entrar hasta aquí. podemos entrar. Y él solo está ahí parado. Pero ¿cómo puedo entrar yo, gente? A ver. Pues... no sé, gente. Como que lo investigue, pero ¿cómo? O sea... ¿Listo?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems, as long as you have the money.
No puedo hacer nada, gente. A ver si pudiera. Pues, ¿sabes? Pero es que...
I will return later. There's no one in.
A ver, ¿me deja subir alguno de estos hechos o qué? No. A ver.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Vale. Vale.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many.
Pues creo que tenemos que bajar, gente. A ver. No sé, gente, de verdad. No sé qué hay que hacer, gente. A ver.
I cannot enter.
Tampoco podemos aquí, gente. Dios, de verdad. No podemos entrar por aquí. No podemos hacer nada. No, gente, no podemos hacer nada. A ver. ¿Para dónde podemos ir? Hostia. Hola, que hay otro aquí. No lo vi. A ver, ¿cuántos hay? A veces esta gente se pasan de listos, gente. ¡Buah! Palo. Palazo, gente. Palazo. Chito, nosotros. Hostia. Y hay otro fuera. ¿Qué es esto? Espera, gente, antes de pelear con estos, uno aquí y otro fuera, ¿sabes? Bueno, a pelear, gente. Vamos, 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 tío. Vale. Ya saben, gente, uno aquí y otro fuera. Otro fuera, gente. Bueno, uno aquí. A ver, pero ¿por dónde le podemos llegar a esta? Hostia. Ah, por aquí. Vamos a pelear, gente. Este es el nivel 2. Dios, espera. Bueno. Oigo un niño llorando, de verdad, gente.
Not exactly a treasure chest. A battered box.
¿La podemos abrir?
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife, addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
No me acuerdo por dónde vine ahora, gente. What the fuck. ¿Por dónde vine? Por arriba, ¿no, gente? Una pregunta, ¿por dónde vine? Eso no se puede romper. A ver, ¿qué hay aquí? Ah, bueno, viene por aquí, viene por aquí. Perfecto. Perfecto, gente, perfecto. No, por aquí no era. Por aquí. Es que me pierdo, gente, a veces. A ver, tengo un segundo. Ok. Perfecto. No sé si estoy cerca o lejos, de verdad. Espera, ¿por dónde me tengo que ir? Ah, siguiendo derecho, bajo por aquí. Boom. Por aquí, gente. No. Oh, pero está bloqueado. ¿Y por dónde me voy? Ah, por aquí. Cruzando por aquí. Por acá. Y creo que ahí está, ¿no? Sí, sí. Sí, 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 sí. Así sí. Me daría miedo vivir por uno de estos barrios, de verdad, gente. ¿Sabes? Me daría, pero que mucho miedo.
No one's there.
Dios, de verdad, ¿cómo lo hago? ¿Cómo hago esto?
It's locked, all right.
O sea, no puedo romper nada, nada, ¿sabes? No puedo hacer nada, gente. Nada, nada puedo hacer. Nope, no puedo hacer nada, gente. De verdad. Si me dejaran hacer como un truco o algo, perfecto, ¿no? Pero de verdad que no me dejan hacer nada. Vamos a ver por aquí.
faith again.
Esa señora está vendiendo elixir. Cosa que no necesitamos por ahora. Bueno, tampoco no sé si pues, necesitemos elixir un día. De verdad, gente, si me dieran la opción, pues, de hacer algo, gente. Es que no hay nada. A ver. Es que no hay nada que hacer, gente. ¡Me lo puedo comer! Perfecto. F. De verdad, gente, voy a tener que cortar stream aquí, gente. Y pues, o sea, llevo como una hora rondando aquí, ¿no? O sea, a ver, vamos a hablar con este señor, gente.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
I have found a very interesting letter. Your son planned to prove his worth to the gang by stealing your medicine.
Oh, I see. So the little bugger thought he could use his dad to build a reputation.
The gang's recruiter was dead when I found him. Perhaps you should take better care of your son.
I love my Albert, sir. Believe me. It's just... well, I'm an arsehole, I suppose. Anyway, thanks for the letter. This is for your trouble.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's just a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Vaya. Pues de verdad que no sé, gente. Quiero, o sea... no, gente, no me dejes nada, de verdad. Si pudiera hacer algo, ¿sabes? Es que tampoco puedo, por aquí, o sea, ni por la ventana ni nada, gente. Vamos a tocar de nuevo.
I will return later.
Okay, enter the house. Gente, pues esto está un poquito la F. Porque... de verdad, o sea... pero bueno, ¿qué es esto?
I cannot enter.
¿Qué sabes qué está haciendo o algo? No sé. Ahora estoy escuchando a un niño llorar, gente, y esto me da cringe. De verdad. tu frente, ¿verdad? Estamos en la F.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
Pero es que hay gente que quiero saber algo del tipo este porque...
Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just failed me last.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Pero es que la misión me dice investiga a Darius, pero Darius Action. Investigue las acciones de Darius. Pero como que los investigo, o sea, bueno.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me, just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Corre, 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 corre. Uy, tenemos dos misiones juntas, Find Clayton in the area. Pero es Clayton.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Hasta no ascent. Tobias. ¿Y este quién es?
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Pues ya tenemos información, gente.
He's mine!
Hey, leeches! Kill it all you deserve!
A ver. ¿Dónde estoy? Ok, siguiendo por acá. No, siguiendo por acá no hay nada. Ok, parece que entrando aquí. Yendo derecho. No, no, aquí arriba.
You are
Aquí.
blinded by your false faith, imprisoned by
Aquí. Subimos, creo. No, no. Aquí sí. A ver. Me marca esta flor. Find mailbox. A ver. ¿Dónde está el mailbox? Está al frente mío. ¿O sí? ¿O no? Dice que está por aquí. Pero es que no sé dónde está el mailbox, gente. Mailbox. 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 No, tengo que encontrarlo. El mailbox. Tampoco. ¿Dónde es? Vas a preguntarle a esta señorita.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. Very well. Goodbye then.
Está muda. Está muda. A ver, o sea... Aquí... No debe haber nada, ¿no? No. Pues aquí no hay nada. Pero tengo que buscar el mailbox todavía. Mailbox... Mailbox... No. Mailbox... 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 ¿Dónde está? Esperen, gente, deme un segundo. O sea, no puede ser que una cosa sea tan chiquita, ¿sabes? Dame un segundo, gente. A ver. Tú, ven aquí.
Hello again, miss. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye then.
A ver, gente, estoy viendo en vídeos. Es que no sé dónde está, gente. Estoy viendo en vídeos para saber dónde está el... Dame un segundo. Es que... Ah, vale, coño, gente. Gente que está aquí.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
Gente que está... Ay, Dios mío. Esta está... Para acá. Ay, Dios mío, gente, que estaba perdido. A ver. A ver. No me digas que tengo que hacer todo de la vuelta. Punta para abajo, coño.
Pay me a bottle and I'll do nasty.
A ver. Espera, gente. Ahí está. Aquí está. Boom. 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 Está, ¿no? Perfecto. Find Richard in the area. Ese es Richard, gente, ¿no? Sí.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
Okay. Some questions.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
No, espera.
Darius is a good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not?
Gente, porque
I'll be glad to help
me
you if
marcó
I
algo en
can.
azul en las conversaciones y no vi que era personal questions. Esto,
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
Perfect.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Ahora tenemos que ir para acá. Bueno.
For there is no protection against malevolence and trickery.
Estamos sangrando, ya está. Menos estas escaleras.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Perfecto, gente, no dejo pasar. Y pues estudiamos lo que hay aquí. Primero. Parece que no.
It's locked.
Vale. Esto parece como una película de... Esto parece como una cosa de miedo. Arriba, gente. Dame un segundo. Antes de subir, gente. Ay, Dios mío. ¿What? ¿Qué pasó? Estoy aquí ya, ¿no?
It's locked.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Soy yo o algo le pasa a la cinemática, gente? No, es el juego, ¿no? Es la cinemática, ¿no? Está bug, ¿no? La cinemática. Está bug la cinemática, ¿no, gente? Sí, parece que está bug o algo. Parece que está bug la cinemática. A ver, dame un segundo. Tampoco puedo sacar arma. Dame un segundo, gente. A ver, vamos a ver. Gente, de verdad. A ver. ¿Puedo hablar con la chica o qué? Why you tell me to do it again? No puedo hacer nada, gente. Let's take it over. Yeah. Gente, no puedo hacer nada. No sé si hay que reiniciar el juego o qué, gente. Pero no puedo hacer nada. Gente, what? Que no, o sea, gente, voy a tener que cortar stream, gente. A ver.